in Baldwinsville, New York, right down the road from Baldwinsville High School. We are here with the Baldwinsville Bees girls flag football team in their historic first ever, it'll never happen again like this, season, plus a championship, fighting for more to that championship, but already champions. And as I asked you to do before, can we clap it up for my guests here now, celebrating year number one and a championship season already here in Section 3, Division 1. I am here with Bree, Dzuba, and Ella Valentine. How are you both?
We're good. Great.
So, how do you feel like your teammates did up here?
I think they did very well.
They did all right?
Yeah, they could yap a lot.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, Ella, I'm going to stick with that. Who is the most talkative person on the team?
Well, I gotta say Bree is. She's always talking about something, and half the time I don't listen to her.
Oh, she's always talking about something, and half the time you don't listen to her? And Bree, you agree?
I agree. I mean, Coach Morse once bought me a microphone for how much I talk.
She bought you a microphone?
Yep, from the dollar store.
From the dollar store. Okay. And that was her way of just reminding you that she knew?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Who is the second most talkative person, Bree, if you're number one?
I would say maybe Nora, but she doesn't really talk with, it's more of her facial expressions that just do the talking because they're so unique.
It's more of her facial expressions?
Yes.
So you can tell by her face what she's thinking?
Oh, yes. You can right now, actually.
Okay. All right. So if that's the face that gives it all up, Ella, who's the face on the team that is just the best poker face? You can't ever tell what they're thinking.
Kira. She's always smirking. I don't know what she's thinking half the time.
You don't know what she's thinking?
Nope.
All right.
No idea.
Does anybody know what she's thinking right now? Where is Kira? Okay, so we're gonna look at Kira's face. What do we think she's thinking? What is she thinking? Bree, what's she thinking?
She is angry at us, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She said anger.
I did it.
She agreed. It's anger. All right. Fair enough. So before we get into your thoughts on this season so far, Bree, I'm going to ask you here to look at your team and tell me who on this team that you think from beginning to now is the most improved player without a doubt.
I would say Ella, because at the beginning of the season, she was playing a few different positions, and she kind of fell into the role of our quarterback. And I think throughout our game, she's really, at first we were just running the ball a lot because we couldn't really pass it, but her passing game has gotten a lot stronger, and I think that now she's a really strong QB.
Okay.
And at the beginning, I don't know if she really thought she was going to be, but she really stepped up and filled the role.
Ella, how do you feel about those words?
I love Bree. She's so sweet.
Do you feel like, do you have
I
a sense of
agree.
that?
Yeah,
You feel like you've gotten
at first
better?
I was like, oh gosh, like what have I gotten myself into? But then I kind of improved a little. I could throw better now. At first I don't think I could throw like 15 yards. Like, I don't know.
Being the quarterback is a really difficult position because just by the nature of the term quarterback, you're deemed a leader.
Yeah.
So how do you feel you've led this season?
I hope I led well. I mean, I don't know. If
By
they all feel
claps,
like
can
that.
we hear? Is Ella a good leader?
Thank you.
Wait, Ella, I don't think they heard me. That was too weak. Is Ella a good leader, or? So.
It's fun though. Like I've
Yeah.
enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
What about you, Bree? Your position, have you grown into it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm a receiver,
Yeah.
and I do really enjoy it. And I'm also a linebacker on defense, and that's my favorite part.
So the hitting. Well, not the hitting. The contact.
The flag pulling.
The flag pulling.
Yes.
The kind of hitting, but not being seen hitting.
Yes.
Yes. The bumping, I guess we can call. But
Yeah, defense.
brief. Did somebody say brief fence?
Yes.
I love that. Brief fence. Have there been posters for that?
There haven't. Next game tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm saying brief fence seems like a very easy thing that we can get behind here and put on a T-shirt. So,
Trademark it.
how about some brief fence? We're going to trademark that right here today. So, Bree, you said you like defense more than offense.
Yes.
Why?
I just think defense is really, for our team, it's definitely where we get all of our momentum. I think we're a really strong defensive team, and there are a lot of times, especially like in our sectional game, that teams didn't even get first downs, and we just got the ball in good position, which really helps us offensively to do well. So I think it's really what drives our offense, and I like to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. You know, they say it all the time that defense doesn't get the publicity, but defense is, and I know people say it's cliche, but it's true. It's how you win championships.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at your game and what you held them to in order to win a sectional championship. I mean, you almost shut the team out. You gave them almost no life. And so there's a lot to be said about that side of it. I think we should cheer a little louder than one woo. Did we win a championship here or what? I think we won a championship, trying to win another one, right?
Yeah.
So you heard me talk with your teammates about this. Ella, I'm going to start with you. The fact that it's unique that we don't go sectional state. We go sectional regional state. So what are your thoughts on having a little bit of extra that you have to do to win a state title and knowing that the regionals are coming up in just a few hours?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Like, I feel like they have been playing for longer, but I think we could do it because our team's really athletic and strong, and we have like really good team bonds. So I think that's gonna make us stand out and bring us the win.
And you said they've been playing for a few years, and I asked your teammates this too. What does it mean to you, Ella, that this is history? I mean, there's never going to be another girls flag football team in Baldwinsville that I sit on this stage with and talk about the first time.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, especially that we're winning. I think it's so fun, and I'm really glad to be a part of it.
What about for you, Bree, to be a part of history?
Yeah, it's really nice to be a part of history, and just this group of girls, I think, is not only historic in the fact that we're doing it first, I think we're doing it really well, and I love them all, and everyone just gets along so well, and there's no drama, and I think we're all really happy that we took the opportunity to be on this historic team.
Why did you take the opportunity?
Well, me and Coach go way back, and once I found out she was coaching flag football, she tried to convince me, and I went to Ella, who's just like my ride or die. I know she's down for anything, and I said, do you want to do this? And we wanted to play sport together, so we did it, and we signed up.
So you're the one that went to Ella.
Yes.
So when Aubrey went to Medea, you went to Ella. Yes. How much convincing did it take?
Not much.
Not much.
Nope.
Okay.
Never takes much.
So Ella, what did she say to you?
Well, so this is actually a whole story because she plays softball, and she was like, want to join softball to do it with me, and I was like, oh gosh, like I don't think I could do that because it's such like you have to know what you're doing in softball. But I was going to do softball. And then Aubrey was like, oh, going to do flag football. And then Bree was like, oh, we should do flag football. I'm going to quit softball. And I was like, all right, I'm in. So that's how it happened.
That's how easily it
happened. Quitting
happened.
sports because I did track.
Okay.
Yeah. We all quit sports.
So you had to give up something to do what you did for flag football. Are you happy that you made the decision?
Yes, very much. Very much.
Bree, for you?
Yeah.
Happy that you made this choice?
Yes.
What is it about Coach Morse that just keeps you coming back in multiple sports?
Coach is just, I've had her for seasons, but I think she's just very honest with you in a way that makes you better. Like, she can joke around with stuff, but you always know that she really is supporting you. And even one game I dropped a ball, and the next practice she's giving it to me. You drop that ball right to you. But at the end of the day, she's always supporting me, and she still has confidence to throw it to me. And she never takes our mistakes and thinks we're going to make them again. She just says, okay, we're going to move on from it, and you're going to keep going.
I like that. What about for you, Ella? What do you want to say about Coach?
She wants to win, and I could resonate with that. Like, I love winning, and Coach likes to win, so she's happy when we're winning.
Yeah. And on the basketball side, I've sat here with Coach when there's been a lot of winning moments, and now we're sitting here with flag football winning. So what is the Coach Morse factor, Ella? I'll start with you. Is everything she touches turning not into gold, but into red and black?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Like championships. Championships.
Yeah. Like,
whatever she touches seems to be working, right? She puts her hand on it. She goes out to a team and it works.
She just has so much experience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
There was a book that I read where like this one kid had, I don't know, something happened where everything he touched turned into chocolate. And so hers is championships. Hers is winning. Hers is success.
Winning states, right?
Yeah. So Bree, going off of what you've already said about Coach, why do you think that she's just gone into another sport and she keeps winning.
I think Coach, Coach convinced us, but I think we helped convince Coach too to coach, and I think that she wanted another season with us, and she attracted a great group of girls. I mean, everyone is great, comes to practice ready, and I think she wants to win, but I think she hates losing a little more than she loves winning, and that's what I think gives her that edge.
Yeah, hating to lose more than loving to win. Okay. So we got Corning coming up. You guys talked about the fact they've had some more time in it. What makes you believe in this team right now in this moment? Bree, I'll start with you.
I think that we communicate really well for each other. We've all had a lot of team bonding. We're very bonded. There's no drama or issues. So I think on the defensive side, like dealing with the passing, I think that we all communicate well and we're all going to know who we have and make sure that we're in the right spot when we need to be. And offensively, the defense drives it, and I think that we've come a long way, and now we can pass, we can hand off. Like, there's just so many things that we have in our toolbox that I think it's going to help us, even though they're a more experienced team.
Fair enough. I like the answer. Ella, what about you? What makes you believe right now?
I think we don't want it to be over yet. Like, we all feel like we just started. At least I do, and I'm enjoying it so much. I think everyone else is, that, like, we want to keep coming back for practice and winning games. Like, it's just been such a good time, so I want to keep it going.
Who is the best at pulling the flag on this team? Who's the one that just has that hand-eye coordination better than anybody else?
Yana.
Yeah.
She just dives for it. It's crazy.
Okay. But dives at the right moments.
Oh, yeah. She's really good. It's insane.
Bree, do you have a favorite moment where you caught the pass and you eluded someone from catching your flag?
My favorite moment would be this one punt return I had against Syracuse West. We were losing by 2 touchdowns and something just came over me and I just darted down the sideline and there were girls coming and I knew people were chasing me, but I really wanted to help us get back in that game, and I just ran.
She scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That moment. Those are good moments to remember. And those ones on special teams, like you said, there's something about that just feels different because it's so rare. So let's get into rapid fire before we have Coach come up here. And, well, actually, I don't want to miss this. I didn't ask you guys to say something nice about each other.
Oh, no.
Bree, say something nice about Ella.
Ella is just my best friend, and we're always together, but I feel like we just never get sick of each other. People are always like, how are you always together? Like, don't you get sick? And no, I don't. I love when she's around. I feel like she just recharges, like, my social battery being around her, and I love you.
I love you. Do I say mine now?
Yes.
Okay, Bree, she's so positive, and I love how she gets locked into football, and she wants to win really bad, but she's just always positive and encouraging, and I love her.
Love you too.
Shout it out for friendship. I like that. I like that. That's true. All right, Ella, you got the first question for me. What do you got?
I want to ask you about your watch.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy looking. Like, what's the story behind it?
The story behind my watch. So it's an Invicta watch. I didn't know what they were before. And my longest standing partnership in the community is with Carvel DeWitt. And so Jay Cartini that owns it there, I joked with him. I said, we've worked together for so long and you never get me anything. And so I had he had a watch that looked like the Black Panther. And I said, I'm going to wear this. So I took it for a couple weeks, and I brought it back to him, and I saw this box with an orange bow on top of it. And we've been friends for a long time because we met through business and then just built a friendship too. I said, is that for me, jokingly? And he goes, go open it. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, because Jay's bought gifts for, like, the woman in his life and his kids and me. I feel like that's it. So I said, all right, Jay, are you kidding? And he's like, no, open it, seriously. So I opened up the box, and this was in it, and it's a limited edition Iron Man watch, and it's subtle that it has Iron Man inside of it, but it's the colors of it. And my niece, who I had you shout out, Emily, who came in here, because of my goatee, she calls me Tony for Tony Stark, and I call her Friday, which is who Tony talks to after Jarvis. Everything happens with that. So I'm wearing my Iron Man as an ode to my niece and my nephew, Emily and Carter. And the story behind the watch is my buddy just decided to get me a gift, and I was joking, but he was serious. And ever since then, we get each other something for Christmas, and it's been like really unique and fun to do because we've known each other for like 12 years, so it's been good.
Nice.
All right, Ella, so I'm going to stay with that. What's the best gift you've ever been given?
Oh gosh. I really don't know.
You don't know?
I don't. Maybe.
How about this? What gift would you like Bree to get you for your next birthday? Since you guys are so close.
How about like a Dunkin' gift card so I could get some more coffee?
A Dunkin' gift card.
I need my caffeine.
Okay, a Dunkin' gift card?
Sure.
All right, fair enough. Bree, what's your question for me?
My question is, this has a little backstory. The other day at practice, we were talking about animals and what animals our coaches represent. And we said Coach Vanetta was a flamingo. And I was just wondering what animal you think really represents you.
I would say there's two. I would say a dog because I love dogs, but dogs, the unconditional love. I've tried to learn from my dog Lily at home how to love without conditions and love on tough days and all that stuff. And I also think that the loyalty that a dog has and their constant positivity and want to see you happy and you doing well. So I feel like that would speak to me. And then in the Bible, St. Daniel, there's the whole thing about Daniel in the lion's den, and Daniel prayed to God when thrown in the lion's den, and the lions, instead of attacking him or eating him, left him alone. And so I've always felt really close to that part in St. Daniel, and I've considered putting a lion on my arm. I haven't yet, but yeah, so I would probably say a lion because anytime people think that they got me, I think I learned how to roar a little bit louder. That's what I would say. So my question for you, Bree, is what animal do you think you are? I want to know that now.
Personally, I think I would go like a shark.
Okay.
Because sharks are just, everywhere. And relating back to football on defense, you have to just always be like chasing after people. You have to be hungry for flags and ready to dive at any moment. And I think I really am, and I really give 100% on every play, and I'm always trying to get wherever I can to help out.
All right, a shark. I like it. Ellie, you got one more for me. What do you got?
Oh no, I have one more question. Who's your favorite person ever?
Yeah.
My favorite person ever.
Yeah.
I think without contest, anyone who I'm close to would say that it's my G-mama, my mom's mom, my grandma on my mom's side. When I moved back home from Florida, and Florida's the second hub of my show, so it's cool because even though I'm home, I'm still out there a lot. But when I moved home, my grandmother fell a few months. It was that April she fell, and I think she was 91 at the time. And I said that I would help her, and I ended up moving in with her, and I became her main aide to take care of her, and to take care of someone who's taken care of me my whole life was one of my greatest honors. Coolest roommate in the world, made me laugh all the time, always was really good about advice and joking around, and could always bring out the best in me, and could literally put her hand on top of my hand and everything would go away. So the best person I know, and I don't think anybody's gonna fight that, is G-Mama, and she lived to be almost 101, and now she's up there, so if you don't mind, can we clap it up and maybe she can hear it? Love you. Yeah. I miss her every millisecond. So Ella, my question for you is, with a last name like Valentine, who do you love the most?
My mom and my dad, because they're always there for me and encouraging me, even when I'm a spoiled brat.
Okay. Mom and Dad are here?
Yeah, they're right there.
So what are Mom and Dad's names?
Amy and Anthony.
Amy and Anthony. Clap it up for Amy and Anthony. I like it. So you said even when you're spoiled. Have you learned to be less spoiled? I'm going to look at Mom and Dad when I ask you that question.
I'm trying.
Mom and Dad, she doing better? She's doing better.
I have an attitude problem. Well, I'm trying.
She's trying. All right, we're always getting better. Bree, what's your last question for me?
All right, so we've all tried something new and just fallen in love with it and made history. What's something that the second you did it for the first time, you just fell in love with it and knew that you wanted to continue doing it for as long as you could?
I think, well, they're kind of attached. but doing impressions and making people laugh. My entire life, I have loved walking into a room full of strangers and getting whoever they are, whatever their background is, whatever like nationality, man, woman, child, background, age, doesn't matter. I like the challenge of seeing somebody smile. So I would say the moment that I started that as a kid and started doing impressions and different stuff, it's just kind of continued, well, not kind of, it's continued my whole life, and I love making people laugh, for sure. All right, so Bree, my last question for you is, I'm going to go back to food. Bree, if you got followed around by a chef, a world-renowned chef for the rest of your life, and they could prepare you one, like, really, really good meal, they could give you one, like, snack. So, like, this chef could follow you around with Pop-Tarts, right? Anything. So I want the 5-star meal, and then I want the snack that you would want every day.
All right, 5-star meal. I would definitely go. I love Indian food.
Okay.
So definitely someone who could just cook really, really good Indian food. Like, I love it. And then for my snack, I would say raspberries. And Coach Vanetta knows it because on JV basketball a while ago, everyone fills out a form for their birthday of their favorite snack, and everyone was putting like candies. And I just put raspberries because that's my favorite snack, and now I get them on my birthday and Christmas every year from Coach.
Aw. Thank you, Coach. Clap it up for Coach. There's no love for Coach. I like that. Nothing wrong with raspberries. That's a good snack. It's a healthy one.
Thank you.
How about that? So, with that being said, Ella Valentine, Bree Dzuba, myself, Dan Tortora, we're going to be back with Coach, but not before, one more time we say, with regionals coming up, sectional champions in the first year ever, first season historic, will last forever, and we're not done yet, because Beeville knows how to win. Give them a round of applause.